Senator Monning, for what purpose, sir?
Under motions and resolutions.
Without objection.
Members, I move to suspend Senate Rule 29.3B for the purpose of amending Assembly Bill 134.
Is there any objection? There is objection. Is there any objection to applying the previous roll call? Seeing none, ayes 23, noes 13. The measure passes. Senate rules are suspended. Senator Monning.
Thank you. Madam Chair, at this point, we're requesting to adjourn, recess for 1 hour for committee hearings right now. There's committee hearings happening off the floor.
All right, do we have announcements?
Any announcements?
Are there any announcements? Senator Hancock?
Members, the Senate Public Safety Committee will meet immediately in room 3191 to hear one bill, SB 405.
Public Safety, room 3191, immediately upon the recess. Any other announcements? Senator Block?
Yes, banking will meet in 3191 at the conclusion of public safety for
Thank
one
you.
bill.
One bill. Senator Woke, excuse me, under motions and resolutions. Quickly. Yes, ma'am.
At the request of the author, please move AB 1330, file item 144, to the inactive file.
So noted. Thank you. Senator Hill, for what purpose, sir? Under motions and resolutions.
Thank you. I request unanimous consent to submit a letter to the Journal on SB 119. It has been approved by both sides of the aisle.
That will be the order without objection.
Thank you very much.
Senator Monning.
And members, I would ask that you plan to be back here at 6:30. 6:30, please, so we can finish our work on the file and get out of here at a reasonable time. Please be prompt. Thank you.
6:30. We are in recess until 6:30 this evening. Please, all Senate members to the Senate floor to continue and complete today's session. All senators to the Senate chamber, please. Senators, please, to the Senate floor to continue our session. We had a recess till 6:30. It is now 6:36. All senators to the Senate floor so we can continue our session. Colleagues, we are at file item 118. File item 118, Senator Bell is the floor manager. Senator Bell is the floor manager for file item 118. All right. We are ready to go. I am doing my best to get the train moving. We have Senator Bell, who is about to present on file item 118. Or we can start with Senator Hall, file item 123, whoever gets here first. Senator Hall, we'll give you a moment. We will move on to Senator Bell is here. Senator Hall, you can finish. All right, we have colleagues. Terrific. I just stained my glass. Senator. Okay. All right. Senator Bell, are you prepared to take up file item 118? Colleagues, we are going to put these matters all on call. We'll go through the roll one time, and then these items will be placed on call. Senator Lara. Senator Lara.
Thank you very much. Madam President, we're going to have an Appropriations Committee hearing immediately in room 3191.
All right, there will be an Appropriations Committee hearing off the floor, 3191. So we will call the roll one time and place matters on call for those legislators, those senators who are in appropriations. With that, we're going to go to file item 118. Senator Bell, Mr. Secretary, please read.
Assembly Bill 1269 by Assemblymember DeBobney and acrolening to alternative energy.
Senator Bell.
Thank you, Madam President. This bill, AB 1269, is a straightforward bill. It just simply extends the sunset date to January 2021 for a sales and use tax exclusion for high-tech manufacturing under the California Alternative Energy and Advanced Transportation Financing Authority in the State Treasurer's Office. This bill has received no votes and was recently amended to resolve the conflicts with AB 199. I respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Thank you, Senator Bell. Any debate or discussion on this item? Senator Morlock.
Just a question for the author, Madam President.
Senator Bell, would you entertain a question?
Certainly.
Without objection. Senator Morlock.
Thank you, Madam President. I'm just reviewing the bill, and it looks like it could decrease general fund revenue by $15 to $20 million a year. Is that accurate?
What it does is it creates over the time since it was created in 2012, this sales tax exclusion has created 3,500 jobs. It has created over $146 million in fiscal benefits for the state at a cost of $77 million. So the net benefit is double what the state cost is. So it has a positive fiscal benefit on the state.
Thank you. Thank you, Senator from San Jose. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Senator. Any further debate or discussion on this item? Seeing and hearing none, Senator Bell, you may close.
Thank you. I ask for an aye vote.
All debate having ceased, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen. Aye. Anderson. Aye. Bates. Bell. Aye. Berryhill. Aye. Block. Aye. Canella. Aye. De Leon. Fuller. Gaines. Aye. Gaggiani. Aye. Glazer. Aye. Hall. Aye. Hancock. Hernandez. Aye. Hertzberg. Aye. Hill. Hueso. Aye. Huff. Jackson.
Aye.
I, Lada. Leno. I, Leva. Lou. I, McGuire. Mendoza. Mitchell. I, Monning. I, Morlock. I, Morell. Wynn. I, Nilsson. Pan. I, Pavley. I, Roth. I, Runner. I, Stone. I, Vidak. I, Wachowski. I, Wolk. Wolk, aye.
Senator Bell moves a call. File item 123, Senator Hall. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Assembly Bill 776 by Assemblymember Cooper, enacting to alcoholic beverages.
Senator Hall.
Thank you, Madam President and Senators. AB 776 enables a licensed beer manufacturer to apply to the Department of Alcohol Beverage Control for a brewery event permit, which grants the licensee the privilege of selling beer it produces for consumption on property contiguous and adjacent to its licensed premises for special events up to 4 events a year. The bill also authorizes licensed alcoholic beverage manufacturers and retailers to participate together in sponsoring and promoting events conducted by and for the benefit of nonprofit organizations. AB 776 has received strong bipartisan support in both houses. I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Thank you, Senator Hall. Any debate or discussion on this item? Seeing and hearing none, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen. I, Anderson. I, Bates. Bell. Berryhill. I, Block. I, Canella. I, DeLeon. Fuller. I, Gaines. I, Galgiani. I, Glazer. I, Hall. I, Hancock. I, Hernandez. I, Hertzberg. I, Hill. Wesso. I, Huff. Jackson.
Aye.
I, Lada. Leno. I, Leva. Lou. I, McGuire. Mendoza. Mitchell. Monning. I, Morlock. I, Morell. I, Wynn. No. Nilsson. Pan. I, Pavley. I, Roth. I, Runner. Stone. I, Vidak. I, Wachowski. I, Wolk. Wolk, aye. Runner. Runner, aye.
Senator Hall moves a call. Colleagues, we are going to go now through files items 124 through 131. 124 through 131 in order will be the next orders of business. File item 124, Senator Liu. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Assembly Bill 329 by Assemblymember Weber, enacting to pupil instruction.
Senator Liu.
Thank you, Madam President. Members, this bill updates, strengthens, and integrates the existing statutes relating to HIV prevention and comprehensive sexual education, thereby providing clearer guidance to school districts and better support to teachers and students. Comprehensive sexual health and HIV prevention education has been shown to be effective in both delaying sexual activity and increasing contraceptive use. AB 329 maintains current law, which allows parents the ability to opt their child out of this instruction. This bill will provide more clarity and give schools the direction and support they need to get comprehensive and medically accurate information to students, and I ask for your support on this bill.
Thank you, Senator Liu. Debate or discussion on this item? Is there any debate or discussion on this item? Seeing and hearing none, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen. I, Anderson. No. Bates. Bell. Berryhill. No. Block. I, Canella. No. DeLeon. Fuller. Gaines. No. Galgiani. Glazer. I, Hall. I, Hancock. I, Hernandez. I, Hertzberg. I, Hill. Wesso. Huff. Oh, Wesso, aye. Huff, no. Jackson.
Aye.
I, Lada. Leno. I, Leva. Lou. I, McGuire. Mendoza. Mitchell. I, Monning. I, Morlock. No, Morrell. No, Wynn. No, Nielsen. Pan. Pavley. I, Roth. I, Runner. No, Stone. No, Vidak. No, Wachowski. I, Wolk. Wolk, aye.
Senator Liu places a call. File item 125. File 125, Senator McGuire. I believe he's in approbes. Will pass temporarily. File item 126, Senator Hancock. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Assembly Bill 1140 by Assemblymember Bonta, an act relating to crime victims and making an appropriation therefore.
Senator Hancock.
Thank you, Madam President. Members, I'm presenting AB 1140, which I am co-authoring with Assemblymember Bonta. The California Victim Compensation and Government Claims Board administers the California Victim Compensation Program and compensates victims of various crimes through the Restitution Fund. Recently, the board brought stakeholders together for the Statute Modernization Program to make recommendations on updating the program to better serve victims. This bill contains many of the recommendations of that task force, and I would ask for your aye vote. It has bipartisan support and no opposition.
Thank you, Senator Hancock. Is there any debate or discussion on this item? Seeing and hearing none, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen. I, Anderson. I, Bates. Bell. Berryhill. I, Block. I, Canella. I, De Leon. Fuller. I, Gaines. I, Galgiani. I, Glazer. I, Hall. I, Hancock. I, Hernandez. I, Hertzberg. I, Hill. Hueso. I, Huff. I, Jackson. I, Lara. Leno. I, Leva. Liu. I, McGuire. Mendoza. Mitchell. I, Monning. I, Morlock. I, Morrell. I, Wynn. I, Nielsen. Pan. I, Pavley. I, Roth. I, Runner. I, Stone. I, Vidak. I, Wachowski. I, Wolk. Wolk, aye.
Senator Hancock moves a call. File item 127 we will pass temporarily. File 128 we will pass temporarily. 129, Senator Galgiani, do you wish to take up this item? I'm sorry, that is at the inactive file. 130, Senator Hueso, do you wish to take up file item 130? Pass temporarily? Pass temporarily. File item 131, Senator Leno. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Assembly Bill 1328 by Assemblymember Weber, an act relating to criminal procedure.
Senator Leno.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Colleagues, there's a well-known U.S. Supreme Court decision known as the Brady decision, which requires that prosecutors, our district attorneys, must reveal all evidence, including exculpatory evidence, that which would exonerate an accused from the charge before him or her. We know that the vast majority of our DAs are abiding by the law, but there have been a number of cases revealed recently where that is not the case. There's a big headline-making case in Orange County right now where a number of deputy district attorneys withheld information as well as abused jailhouse snitches, and it tanked a number of cases, and there's been a big scandal in Orange County around that. Some of you may have met a fellow by the name of Obie Anthony, who's been in the halls of the legislature recently. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, in large part because a prosecutor withheld exculpatory evidence. He served 17 years in state prison for a crime he did not commit. So this information that is sometimes withheld is very serious. This bill deals with these situations. It first will require judges to notify the state bar when a prosecutor has acted intentionally and in bad faith. That's a very high bar, intentionally and in bad faith, by withholding evidence of innocence, and such a withholding has resulted in a wrongful conviction. Secondly, it strengthens the authority of a court to disqualify an individual prosecutor from an underlying case if intentional Brady violations are discovered during the trial. The Los Angeles District Attorney's Office is in support of the bill for the following reasons, and I'm going to read briefly from their letter of support. The LA District Attorney says, "We have no objection to the provision in AB 1328 that a prosecutor who deliberately and intentionally withholds exculpatory materials should be reported to the State Bar of California and allowing a court to remove a prosecutor in the most extreme situations." The September 4th amendments addresses our concerns regarding the potential disqualification of an entire prosecutor's office. This amendment addressed our concern that a mere technical violation of a prosecutor's duty to disclose exculpatory evidence could lead to the disclosure of an entire prosecuting attorney's office. That was an important amendment taken September 4th. As a result, the LA District Attorney is now in support of this bill. Again, we know the vast majority of DAs are doing their job well and by the law, but there are some bad apples. This bill deals with those rare situations, but very important situations where innocent people are sent to prison, sometimes for life, without the possibility of parole. I would ask for your aye vote.
Thank you, Senator Leno. Debate or discussion? Senator Nguyen.
Thank you, Madam President. Can I ask a question?
Senator Leno, will you accept the question? Without objection.
Senator, you just mentioned about the disqualifying the entire DA. So is that an amendment that will not disqualify the DA, but just disqualify the individual?
It has to do, and the concern of the LA DA's office was that an entire DA's office could be removed from the case. And let me get the details of that amendment.
Because the question, the exact question I have is, will a prosecuting attorney's misconduct disqualify the entire DA's office?
Okay, this is the amendment pertaining to your question. It clarifies the court's ability to disqualify an entire prosecutor's office if a judge determines that an intentional Brady violation occurred through collaboration of others in the district attorney's office, and this is one of many intentional violations that have occurred such that the court finds there is a systemic problem of withholding exculpatory evidence. The disqualification only applies to the underlying case. So with that very high bar, the LADA came on in support.
Perfect. That's that. And just out of curiosity now, is if a entire DA's office is disqualified, will the case continue to go forward, or does it, I mean, or does the defendant get to go free, or does it move to another county? What's that process?
It's a very good question. I will get certain answer for you. I would imagine that it might have to move to another county because the entire prosecuting office is unable to perform.
Right. Thank you.
But it's a very high bar.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Any further debate or discussion? Senator Stone.
Thank you, Madam President. I'm opposed to AB 1328. We know that in every profession, you know, whether it's medical doctors, lawyers, podiatrists, engineers, CPAs, there's always a bad bunch. And a problem with the legislature is we have a knee-jerk reaction to a lot of things that entice us to pass broad brush legislation. I can tell you that it's difficult if you have an unethical district attorney that does not provide the exculpatory evidence to both sides. There are remedies in the law as to how you discipline an attorney that doesn't follow those rules. The Attorney General of the state of California has appealed this case in Orange County. Certainly the district attorney that has been alleged to do this crime should be disqualified from this case. But why should other district attorneys, deputy DAs in a county not be available that are ethical to take upon these cases? The bill, frankly, is unnecessary. When either the prosecution or the defense fails to comply with the statutory discovery obligations, current law provides the court with the authority to grant a variety of remedies, depending on the circumstances or procedures, delay or prohibit testimony, grant a continuance, or any other lawful order. Additionally, individual attorneys also face state bar sanctions, including being disbarred. So I want to support the 99.8% of all district attorneys that follow the law and do the best that they can to enhance justice in the state of California. And let's not have a knee-jerk reaction to one bad DA in Orange County and not allow the district attorneys, the good ones in Orange County, continue to do the great job that they do in prosecuting crimes. I respectfully urge a no vote on AB 1328.
Thank you, Senator Stone. Senator Anderson.
I have a question of the floor manager.
Senator Leno, will you accept the question? Senator Anderson.
I know that you've taken a lot of amendments. I generally support bills like this, but I noticed that the California district attorneys still, in our analysis, show that they oppose still. Can you shed some light on that?
Senator Anderson, that certainly is a valid question, but it would be one of the California District Attorneys Association, not that I can speak for them. But I did want to clarify, if I may, with regard to Senator Wynn's question, that not only might another county DA take over, but the Attorney General of the state of California could take the case if an entire office has to be removed. But it's a very high bar before that can happen, which is why the LA DA supports the bill.
If I may, I'd like to rephrase my question.
If Senator Leno is prepared to take another question. Senator Anderson, please.
With their objection, did any of the amendments remove it? I'm worried that our analysis may not be current because so many changes have happened recently. I just wanted to give you an opportunity to find out so that if that's the case, I'd like to support this.
Senator Anderson, I can check further to see if it moved them to neutral. I don't know that it did.
So at this point, would you like to put this matter over for a few minutes so that you can check that out without any objection? We will do that, and we will call upon Senator McGuire, who has file item 125. Mr. Secretary, please read.